Yes, am I audible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So very good morning to one and all. I think last class we have started our 5th unit, that is what the semiconductor diode. Okay, so last class we have seen that what is meant by the diode and how it will be going to act as a semiconductor material and its VI characteristics. Okay, what is the concept of depletion layer? Uh, what is the concept of biasing? Forward biasing, reverse biasing we have studied in detail with the help of that VI characteristics of the diode. Okay, so I will once again repeat that point. Okay, so see over here, this is the symbolic representation of the diode. Okay, so this silver line represents the cathode terminal and anode. It is okay. This is the anode terminal. This one is the cathode terminal. Okay, where the silver band is present on the diode, that is terminal is represented as a cathode. Okay, we remember that this is the actual diagram or image for the diode. This silver, we can say that this silver colored strip, it will indicate the cathode terminal. Okay, this one is the anode. Okay, while connecting this diode in the circuit diagram or in the, we can say that circuit, we have to remember these diode terminals. Okay, anode, cathode, we remember that. Okay, next we have seen that concept of depletion layer. Okay, so as we know that holes from the n type of semiconductor will move towards the junction. Okay, and negative particles, those are minority in the p region, going to accumulate near the junction. That negatively charged particles from the p region and positively charged particles from the n region going to accumulate near the junction. It will forms a band, or we can say that it will forms a layer. That layer is called as a depletion layer or depletion region. Okay, depletion layer or depletion region, we remember that this depletion region or depletion layer is very important. We have seen that in biasing. Okay, so we remember that this depletion layer or depletion region. Okay, how it will be going to form. Okay, next we have seen that concept of external biasing. Okay, so actual meaning of the biasing is what? To apply the electrical supply to the PN junction diode, or simply diode, or simply semiconductor diode, we can say that. Okay, so external electrical supply, that is what the DC supply, can be applied across the PN junction diode in two way. Okay, in two way. Okay, so in first case, whenever the positive terminal of the diode is connected to the uh, p type of layer of the diode, and uh, n type of, sorry, negative terminal of the battery is connected to n type of layer of the diode. Okay, so be remember that in this case diode will come in the reverse bias mode. Okay, be remember that. Okay, so diode will not be going to conduct because of it is reverse biased condition. Okay, in case of reverse bias condition, majority carriers means what? Holes from the p region and electrons from the n region, they are unable to cross such a large depletion layer in a reverse bias mode. That's why this depletion layer will going to offer a high resistance during the reverse bias condition. लक्षात ठेवा, ही जी काही डिप्लेशन लेयर आहे, तर ही डिप्लेशन लेयर चार्ज फ्लो करण्यासाठी रिव्हर्स बायस कंडिशन मध्ये हाय रेजिस्टन्स ऑफर करते. त्याच्यामुळे काय होतं की हा डायोड कंडक्शन मोड मध्ये येत नाही. कशामध्ये रिव्हर्स बायस कंडिशन मध्ये. ठीक आहे, रिव्हर्स बायस मध्ये पोलॅरिटी बघा, जेव्हा पी हा पॉझिटिव्हला आणि एन हा निगेटिव्हला कनेक्टेड असतो तेव्हा रिव्हर्स बायसिंग. ठीक आहे, लक्षात ठेवा रिव्हर्स बायस्ड. ओके, ड्युरिंग रिव्हर्स बायस कंडिशन डिप्लेशन लेयर width is large. Okay, that's why majority charge particles unable to cross this junction or unable to cross this depletion layer or depletion region. That's why current does not flow inside the diode. Current does not flow the inside the diode. Okay, be remember that in case of reverse biasing condition, diode will not be going to conduct. Okay, so be remember that diode will act as a switch. Okay, so what is the reason behind that the diode will going to act as a switch? Because diode in a reverse bias mode, it will going to act as a off switch. Okay, during conduction mode, diode will act as an on switch. Okay, so be remember that this on and off of the diode during forward bias and reverse bias condition, diode will going to conduct the current. Okay, that's why we remember that it will act as a switch. Okay, so remember that VI characteristics of PN junction diode. Okay, so be remember that this is the VI characteristics of the PN junction diode. Okay, so voltage is taken as a reference and current flowing through the diode is plotted on the y-axis. Okay, so be remember that yes, am I audible now? Yes, because I am facing somewhat network issue. Am I audible? Yes. Yes, am I audible now? Yes, is it audible? Yes. Is it audible now? Yes, am I audible? Yes, is it audible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see over here, this is the VI characteristics for the PN junction diode. Okay. So as per our previous class discussion, what is meant by knee voltage, okay, and breakdown voltage. Look at this VI characteristics. Before the 0.6 volt, diode will not be going to conduct because this depletion region or depletion layer will going to offer a high resistance. That's why before the 0.6 volt applied to the diode will not come into the conduction mode. Okay, whenever the voltage applied across the diode reaches to 0.6 value, at that time diode will going to conduct because this is the breakdown voltage of that depletion region or depletion layer. Okay.
आवाज येत नाही सर.
Now is it audible? Yes. I think break होतोय का? Yes.
हाँ सर नीट नाही ऐकत.
Yes sir.
So I think in last class also I have told you that I am came for my native place. That's why I am facing the network issue. Okay, please try to cooperate. Be concentrate on this PPT because this is a simple one. Okay, so I hope it is audible to all. Okay, please try to understand. Okay. 0.6 volt, it is the new voltage or it is the maximum voltage applied across the diode in forward bias mode at which diode will start conduct. Okay, we remember that. Okay, after the knee voltage, the voltage applied across the diode remain constant, but the current flowing through the diode increases haphazardly, or we can say that increases exponentially. Okay, so this is the new voltage. Next, in case of reverse bias condition, okay, reverse bias condition means what? Just we have to change the polarity of the p type and n type of layer with respect to applied voltage. Okay, exactly opposite to that of the forward bias. Okay, forward bias. That's why the diode will turns into the reverse bias condition. Okay, so be remember that if we draw the plot between the voltage and current for this reverse bias condition, okay, so this is the somewhat value of the current. It is observed over here in this case because of the, as I said earlier, flow of minority charged particles. Okay, flow of minority charged particle. This much amount of current will flow through the diode because of the minor charge particle flow. Okay, we remember that. Next, after the breakdown of the depletion layer, once again the current flowing through the diode will increases and the voltage across the diode will remains constant. Okay, will remain constant. Okay, so this is the breakdown voltage. Breakdown voltage of the diode is nothing but what? It is the maximum voltage applied across the diode in reverse bias condition at which the current flowing through the diode increases. Okay, in comparison with the voltage applied across it in large scale. Okay, we remember that value of the current. This is the waveform. Okay, we remember that this is very important VI characteristics. Okay, this is already I have taught to you. Okay, next we will see that a new article now, types of diode. Okay, light emitting diode and Zener diode. Okay, light emitting diode or Zener diode. These are the two important types of the diodes. Okay, light emitting diode and Zener diode or LED. Okay, LED, it is a diode. Okay, first of all we will see light emitting diodes. Okay, or LED bulbs. What is mean by that? Okay, and how they will going to works. Okay, we remember that this is the image for the LED bulb, and this is what the symbolic representation of the LED bulb. Okay, we know that decoration system, it is totally utilizes these LED bulbs. Okay, so see over here, this is the symbolic representation for the diode, sorry, LED or light emitting diodes. Okay, so it is similar to that of the diode symbol, but just these two arrow going to outward direction. This represents the light emitted by this diode. Okay, light emitting diode is a special type of diode emitting a visible light when forward biased. Okay, we remember that LED bulb, it is a diode. Okay, and it will going to gives out a light, visible light when it is forward biased. Means what? Whenever it is in conduction mode, in that case only diode will going to give the light. Okay, these diodes are not made for silicon or germanium, because they are heat producing. Yes, am I audible now? Yes. Is it audible to all? Yes. Is it audible? Yes. Yes, is it audible?
No, sir.
Yes.
आवाज येत नाही सर.
Okay, please understand for the today's class, next onward it will not be happen. Okay. I think now is it audible to all? Is it audible? Yes. Yes. Yes, am I audible little bit now? Yes. Yes, is it audible? Yes. Yes, is it audible to all now? Yes. Yes, is it audible? Yes.
No, sir.
Yes, am I audible now? Yes. Is it audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please try to understand for the today's lecture only. Okay. So we are studying now special diodes. Okay. Into that we are studying now LEDs. That okay, or the light emitting diodes. So be remember that it is a special diode. Okay. It will going to use out a visible light in a forward bias mode. Okay. So see over here the circuit diagram for this LED. Okay. So this is the battery or EMF source. The positive is connected to P and negative is connected to N type. Okay. So in this case, this diode or LED will going to use out a visible light. Okay. So in case of examination, we have to remember that LED, it is a special type of diode. It will give you a visible light whenever it is in forward bias. Okay. And these are the diodes which are not made up of from the silicon or germanium because they are heat producing materials and are not good in emitting light radiation. Okay. Generally, germanium or the silicon, these are used as a substrate material for the construction of the LED or the diodes. Okay. But this is a special type of diode, that is what LED. In that case, the silicon or germanium are not used as a diode. Okay. Sorry, not used as a substrate because silicon or germanium, these are the heat producing are highly sensitive to the heat or the temperature, because diode it will going to produces a heat. Okay, that's why its conductivity will going to change. That's why we have to use another material to construct the diode or LED. Okay, instead of using the silicon or germanium, because its conductivity or its width of depletion layer or the junction region, it will increases whenever the temperature increases. Okay, So be remember that. So depletion layer increases means what? Resistivity increases, conduction decreases. Even though if you apply the forward bias supply to the LED, if it is silicon or germanium is used as a substrate, in that case it will be somewhat problematic, or diode will not be used you a visible light. Okay. Now another special diode, it is a Zener diode. Okay. Generally Zener diode, it is used as a voltage regulator. Okay, voltage regulator. Nowadays you are seeing that ceiling fans or the fans are going to use the Zener diode for the controlling of voltage applied across it in order to control the speed of the fan. Okay, speed of the fan. Okay, so Zener diode is a special type of properly doped crystal diode which is designed to operate in the reverse breakdown region. In the reverse breakdown region. We remember that LED bulb, it will going to operate in forward bias region, but Zener diode, it will operate in reverse bias condition after the breakdown region. While studying the VI characteristics of the diode, we have studied that whenever diode is in reverse bias mode, after the breakdown voltage, diode, it will turns into the conduction mode even though it is in reverse bias condition. Why? Because whenever the avalanche breakdown is done in the diode, forcefully that depletion layer turns into the conduction mode, or it will act as a highly conductive material, and diode will going to conduct in reverse bias also. Okay, that property of the PN junction diode is utilized in the Zener diode. Okay, so Zener diode, it will a special type of diode. Okay, so be remember that this is the image for the Zener diode and this is the symbolic representation for the Zener diode. Okay, this Zener diode image is helpful to know which is the parameter. Okay, and this symbol, it will helpful to us to connect this Zener diode in the circuit diagram, because we have to apply a electrical voltage supply to the specified terminals of the diodes. Okay, that's why the symbolic representation of the Zener diode or the any diode is very important. We will see in the full wave rectifier, half wave rectifier, into that we will see that what is the importance of this terminal. Okay, what is the importance of this anode and cathode terminal. Okay, be remember that. So symbolic representation or the symbol for the diode, it is very important. Okay, so Zener diode, it is a special type of properly doped. Okay, so doping is nothing but what? Addition of intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor to the substrate material. Okay, as I said earlier, PN junction diode, in that case, in a P region, we have to add a semiconductor material which has the higher holes, okay, or majority carriers of holes. And in N region of the diode, we have to dope, or we have to add a semiconductor material with electrons as a majority carrier. Okay, so doping or doped means what? Addition of semiconductor material to the P and N junction of the, or P or N region of the diodes. Okay, so doping is nothing but what? Addition of extrinsic or intrinsic semiconductor material to the diode. Okay, so Zener diode, it is a special type of properly doped crystal diode which is designed to operate in the reverse breakdown region. Okay, as per our previous class discussion, we have studied that after the breakdown, after the new voltage, what will happen? Current flowing through the diode increases exponentially, but the applied voltage across the diode remain constant after the breakdown. After the knee voltage, applied voltage remains constant. Okay, so this property of this Zener diode will be helpful to control the output terminal voltage of the Zener diode. Okay, so be remember that Jenner diode, it's a symbol, and it is a specially doped crystal diode. Okay, and it will always operates in the breakdown region, always operates in the breakdown region or reverse. Okay, reverse breakdown region, more correct, reverse breakdown region. Or another MCQ can be asked on the Jenner diode is, Jenner diode is generally utilized as voltage regulator. Voltage regulator. Nowadays, smart house is more practicable, or IoT is now recent trends in controlling the home appliances. Okay, so in that case, we have to use the Jenner diode to control the speed of the fans. Okay, speed of the fan. Okay, how it will be going to control the speed of the fan, or how the voltage applied across the Jenner diode terminal will going to remain same, we will see in the next slide. Okay, so be remember that Jenner diode, it is a special diode which is properly doped with crystal material. Okay, and it always operates in reverse breakdown region or after the reverse breakdown. Okay, after the reverse breakdown, or it is always operate in reverse bias mode, always operates in reverse bias mode. Okay, be remember that. Okay, so this is the connection diagram or the circuit diagram for the Jenner diode. Generally dry cell is used for the representation over here as a source or as a voltage supply. Okay, so be remember that this positive terminal of the dry cell is connected to the this part, and this negative terminal of the EMF source or the battery source is connected to cathode. Okay, this is what circuit diagram, or we can say that block diagram for the Jenner diode. We remember that which terminal of the battery is connected to which terminal of the Jenner diode. Okay, positive terminal of the battery is connected to the anode, and negative terminal of the battery is connected to cathode. Okay, we remember that. Now Jenner and avalanche breakdown and their comparison. Okay, so Jenner breakdown means what, and avalanche breakdown means what, and comparison between the Jenner breakdown and avalanche breakdown. Okay, so see over here, breakdown in a diode. Okay, breakdown in a diode is generally named as a avalanche breakdown. Okay, and in case of Jenner diode, the special breakdown is happening in the reverse bias mode, that is treated as a Jenner breakdown. Okay, there are two types of diodes. Okay, Jenner breakdown diodes and avalanche breakdown diodes. Okay, there are two types of diodes based on the breakdown. Okay, Jenner breakdown and avalanche breakdown. Normal diode, in case of normal diode, that is the avalanche breakdown. Okay, in case of Jenner diode, that is a Jenner breakdown. Okay, so see over here, this is the characteristics of Jenner diode. Okay, see over here. This is the symbolic representation of the Jenner diode. Okay, be remember that. So similar to that of previous VI characteristics of the diode, we have to take the voltage on x-axis and current on y-axis. Okay, I hope I am audible to all. Little bit interruption will be there, but I am audible to all. Whether it is audible to all? Yes. Yes, is it audible properly now? Yes. Yes, please respond.
Yes,
me.
sir.
Okay, thank you. So see over here, this is the normal forward bias operation of the Jenner diode, and this is the Jenner breakdown region. Okay, so see over here, Jenner breakdown region, it is a region from a starting point up to the breakdown of depletion layer in a reverse bias mode, in a reverse bias mode. Okay, जेनर ब्रेकडाउन रिजन कुठपासूनचा रिजन आहे तो स्टार्टिंग पासून, म्हणजे जेव्हा आपण जेनरच्या अक्रॉस व्होल्टेज अप्लाय सुरुवात करू तेव्हापासून तो डिप्लेशन लेअरचं ब्रेकडाऊन होईपर्यंतचा जो काही रिजन आहे त्याला आपण जेनर ब्रेकडाऊन रिजन असं म्हणणार आहोत. व्हीआय कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स वरती कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन करा, तुम्हाला समजून येईल. ठीक आहे, फ्रॉम स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट टू जेनर ब्रेकडाऊन, तो जो काही रिजन असेल त्याला आपण जेनर ब्रेकडाऊन रिजन असं म्हणू, किंवा ठीक आहे. आणि त्या रिजन मध्ये जनरल डायोड विल नॉट गोइंग टू कंडक्ट. ओके, डायोड इज इन ऑफ कंडिशन. ओके, जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन रिजन मध्ये जनरल डायोड हा ऑफ कंडिशनला असतो. आफ्टर द जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन region, diode or general diode will turns into the conduction mode. Be remember that. They will ask you in MCQ examination, during the general breakdown region, current flowing through the general diode is, it is the minimum value of current. Okay, minimum value of current, because of this is I think this diagram is not properly visible to all. Okay, this is the I minimum, this is the I maximum. Okay, this I minimum means what? It is the minimum current flowing through the general diode before the general breakdown. Okay, be remember that this minimum current flowing through the general diode because of the minority charge particle crossing to the junction. आपल्याला माहिती आहे की जनरल डायोड मध्ये किंवा नॉर्मल डायोड मध्ये सुद्धा रिव्हर्स बायस कंडिशन मध्ये हे करंट फ्लो होत असतं आणि ते खूप छोटासा करंट असतं. आणि ते करंट का फ्लो होतं? बिफोर द ब्रेकडाऊन, बिकॉज ऑफ द फ्लो ऑफ मायनॉरिटी चार्ज पार्टिकल्स क्रॉसिंग ए जंक्शन. म्हणजे लक्षात ठेवा की पी रिजन मधून इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जेव्हा एन रिजन मध्ये जातात आणि एन रिजन मधून होल्स जे की मायनॉरिटी कॅरियर्स आहेत ते जंक्शन क्रॉस करून पी रिजन मध्ये जातात. हे जे काही मायनॉरिटी चार्ज पार्टिकल्स आहेत, मायनॉरिटी चार्ज कॅरियर्स आहेत, यांच्यामुळं रिव्हर्स बायस कंडिशन मध्ये काय होतं? एक स्मॉल अमाऊंट ऑफ करंट फ्लो होतो, मिली एम्पियर मध्ये करंट फ्लो होतो. ठीक आहे, तो जो काही करंट आहे तो मिनिमम असतो. मग लक्षात ठेवा, बिफोर द जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन, जनरल डायोड विल गोइंग टू कॅरी द minimum current. Okay, after the general breakdown, diode or general diode will turns into the conduction mode. Okay, म्हणजे लक्षात ठेवा, जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन रिजन मध्ये जनरल डायोड हा ऑफ स्विच म्हणून ऍक्ट होतो आणि जेव्हा जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन रीच होतं तेव्हा जनरल डायोड हा ऑन स्विच म्हणून ऍक्ट होतो. म्हणून लक्षात ठेवा, डायोड हा स्विच म्हणून ऍक्ट होतो. जे की स्मार्ट हाऊसेस आहेत किंवा आपण म्हणतो ना रिमोट कंट्रोल ऑन ऑफ वगैरे करतो आपण, तर ते बाय युजिंग दिस जनरल डायोड. ओके, तुम्ही पाहिलं असेल रिमोटच्या समोर जो लाईट असतो इन्फ्रारेड रेडिएशन, तर हा तिथं जनरल डायोड वगैरे त्याचं ऍप्लिकेशन असतं. ठीक आहे, लक्षात ठेवा. तर ह्याचं ऍप्लिकेशन आहे ते जनरल डायोडचं. तर जनरल डायोड हा जनरली सप्लाय किंवा एखाद्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटच्या अक्रॉस व्होल्टेज जर आपल्याला कॉन्स्टंट मेंटेन करायचं असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये आपण जनरल डायोड हा यूज करतो. मग अलीकडे आपण होम अप्लायन्सेस मध्ये, फॉर एक्झाम्पल द स्पीड कंट्रोल ऑफ द फॅन बाय युजिंग रिमोट सेन्सिंग किंवा IoT याचा यूज करून आपण फॅनची स्पीड वगैरे रेग्युलेट करू शकतो, तर बाय युजिंग ह्या जनरल डायोडचा. ठीक आहे, किंवा जे काही मॉडर्न सेमीकंडक्टर डिव्हाइसेस आहेत, ट्रान्झिस्टर, मॉसफेट, IGBT, त्यांचा यूज करून हे पॉसिबल आहे. ठीक आहे, तर लक्षात ठेवा, मग जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन रिजन मध्ये जनरल डायोड हा ऑफ कंडिशनला असतो, पण आफ्टर द जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन रिजन जनरल डायोड विल कम इन टू द कंडक्शन मोड. ओके, आता हा रिजन मध्ये इथं बघा, म्हणजे या पॉइंट पासून या स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट पर्यंत जर आपण पाहिलं तर तिथं करंट ही खूप मायन्यूट आहे आणि जे की मायनॉरिटी चार्ज पार्टिकल्स मुळे आहे एवढ्या रिजन मध्ये. मग ह्या जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन रिजन जो आहे या रिजन मध्ये जनरल डायोड हा ऑफ स्विच म्हणून ऍक्ट होतो किंवा नॉर्मल डायोड सुद्धा इथं ऑफ स्विच म्हणून ऍक्ट होतो बिफोर द ब्रेकडाऊन व्होल्टेज, बिफोर द ब्रेकडाऊन ऑफ द डायोड ऑफ स्विच म्हणून ऍक्ट होतो. आणि जेव्हा ब्रेकडाऊन होईल तेव्हा डायोड हा ऑन म्हणून ऍक्ट करायला लागतो किंवा ऑन स्विच म्हणून बिहेव करायला लागतो. ठीक आहे, लक्षात ठेवा, हे जनरल डायोड आहे. बी रिमेंबर दॅट व्हेन द P and N regions are heavily doped, direct rupture of covalent bond takes place. आता ही कसं केमिस्ट्री आहे. ठीक आहे, आता एक कोव्हॅलंट बॉन्ड वगैरे जे आहे तर तो कशामध्ये बॉन्ड असणार आहे? जे काही आपण P टाईप आणि N टाईप मध्ये जे काही सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल्स डोप केलेले आहेत तर त्यांच्यामधला जो काही कोव्हॅलंट बॉन्ड वगैरे आहे तर तो रप्चर होतो जेव्हा आपण त्याला रिव्हर्स बायस कंडिशन मध्ये व्होल्टेज अप्लाय करू तेव्हा. ठीक आहे, द इलेक्ट्रॉन होल्स पेअर्स सो created increase the reverse current in the रिव्हर्स बायस्ड पीएन डायोड. ओके, म्हणजे होल्स आणि इलेक्ट्रॉन पेअर्स तयार होतात आणि तिथं काय होतं, रिव्हर्स करंट इन्क्रीज व्हायला लागतं. ठीक आहे, म्हणजेच आपल्याला हा रिजन लक्षात घेतोय आपण. हे इकडचं दिसतंय ना तुम्हाला, हळूहळू ग्रॅज्युअली मायन्यूट चेंज होतोय, पण करंट हा इन्क्रीज व्हायला लागतोय. आणि आफ्टर ब्रेकडाऊन हा जनरल डायोड हा कंडक्शन मोड मध्ये येणार आहे. ठीक आहे, द इन्क्रीज इन द करंट टेक्स प्लेस ऍट द कॉन्स्टंट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ रिव्हर्स बायस typically below the 6 volt for heavily doped diodes. Okay, for the heavily doped diodes below the 6 volt, okay, below the 6 volt current going to increases gradually, current increases gradually. As a result of heavy doping of P and N region, the depletion region width becomes very small, and for applied voltage 6 volt or less, the field across the depletion region becomes very high. Okay, of the order of 10 volt per meter. Okay, making conditions suitable for Zener breakdown. Okay, आता यांना काय म्हणायचं बघा, झेनर डायोड हा स्पेशल डायोड आहे आणि तो हेवीली डोप्ड आहे. या हेवीली डोपिंग मुळे काय होतं की जेव्हा स्मॉल अमाऊंट ऑफ करंट फ्लो व्हायला लागतो बिकॉज ऑफ द मायनॉरिटी चार्ज पार्टिकल क्रॉसिंग द जंक्शन इन अ रिव्हर्स बायस कंडिशन, आणि आपण हळूहळू जर व्होल्टेज इन्क्रीज करत जाऊ तर काय होईल, हळूहळू ती डिप्लिशन लेअरची विड्थ ही कमी कमी होत जाईल. डिप्लिशन लेअरची विड्थ कमी कमी होत जाईल. त्याच्यामुळे काय होईल मग की तिथं जे व्होल्टेज आहे तर ते व्होल्टेजचा स्ट्रेस हा वाढत जाईल. म्हणजे काय होईल, तो 10 व्होल्ट पर मीटर एवढा तो इन्क्रीज होत राहील आणि मग काय होईल, जेनर ब्रेकडाऊनची कंडिशन रीच होईल. आता जेनर ब्रेकडाऊन याचं मिनिंग काय आहे, रिव्हर्स बायस मध्ये तर आपल्याला माहिती आहे डायोड हा कंडक्ट होत नाही सहजासहजी, पण तो जर झालाच तर ते ब्रेकडाऊन नंतर होतो. मग ते ब्रेकडाऊन होण्यासाठी आपल्याला 10 व्होल्ट पर मीटर किंवा त्यापेक्षा जास्त एवढं व्होल्टेज अप्लाय करावं लागेल. ठीक आहे, बी रिमेंबर दॅट जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन विल हॅपन्स ऍट अँड अबोव द 10 व्होल्ट पर मीटर. ओके, लक्षात ठेवा, जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन कधी आपण होतं म्हणजे कधी घडून येतं ते 10 व्होल्ट पर मीटर एवढ्या इलेक्ट्रिक व्होल्ट स्ट्रेस किंवा इलेक्ट्रिकल फील्ड स्ट्रेस नंतरच जनरल ब्रेकडाऊन हे दिसून येतं 10 व्होल्ट पर मीटर. ओके, बी रिमेंबर दॅट. बघा, Geners are commonly available with breakdown voltages 1.8 volt to 200 volt with a specified tolerance from 1% to 20%. Okay, we remember that this statement is very important. Geners are commercially available with breakdown voltages. आता तुम्ही म्हणाल की सर हे ब्रेकडाऊन व्होल्टेजेस यांची रेंज कशी काय असू शकते, तर फॉर द स्पेशल ऑर पर्टिक्युलर ऍप्लिकेशन साठी आपल्याला काय करावं लागेल, त्याचं जे ब्रेकडाऊन आहे ते कधी लेट घडवून आणावं लागेल, कधी ते लवकर घडवून आणावं लागेल, बरोबर की नाही. बेस्ड ऑन दॅट वन वी हॅव टू यूज द जेनर डायोड ऍज पर आवर रिक्वायरमेंट. ओके, सो जेनर डायोड्स आर कमर्शियली अवेलेबल विथ ब्रेकडाउन रेंज ऑफ or breakdown voltage range of 1.8 volt to 200 volt with respect to or with a specified tolerance of 1% to 20%. The tolerance म्हणजे काय, अलोएबल चेंज इन द व्होल्टेज. म्हणजे आपण 1% to 20% टॉलरन्स म्हणतोय, याचं मिनिंग काय आहे, 100चं जर 20% काढलं तर तुम्हाला लक्षात येईल त्याची व्हॅल्यू प्लस ऑर मायनस आपण करू शकतो. म्हणजे 20% जर आपण 200चं काढलं तर किती येतं सांगा. येस, 100चं 10% म्हणजे येस, व्हॉट इज दॅट व्हॅल्यू, 100चं 10% म्हणजे सपोज 100 व्होल्ट असेल तर त्याच्यासाठी आपण काय करू शकतो, 10% टॉलरन्स देऊ शकतो. ठीक आहे, टॉलरन्स म्हणजे अलोएबल व्हेरिएशन. म्हणजे आपण हे इथं बघा 220 किंवा 180 एवढं व्होल्टेज इथं चालू शकतं. म्हणजे तर टॉलरन्सचं मिनिंग काय असतं, 20%. याचं मिनिंग काय, प्लस ऑर मायनस 20%. मग 200 जर आपण 20% काढलं तर ते किती येतं बघा, 20 येईल ते जवळपास. ठीक आहे, तर तेवढं अलोएबल चेंज आहे. ठीक आहे, टॉलरन्स अवेलेबल आहे फॉर द जनरल डायोड. ओके, बी रिमेंबर दॅट दिस जनरल डायोड इज important. Okay, it is used for the controlling the supply voltage. Okay, so this avalanche breakdown once again he has mentioned over here. During reverse bias condition, in this case, a less heavily doped PN junction, minority carriers flowing across a junction acquire a kinetic energy which increases the increase in reverse voltage at sufficiently high reverse voltage. Okay, this is all theoretical terms. Okay, see over here. Avalanche breakdown, it occurs lightly doped junction. Okay, be remember that this is important as a point of MCQ examination. Avalanche breakdown, it will occurs in a lightly doped junction. Okay, it produces a wide depletion layer. Be remember that with increase in temperature, avalanche breakdown voltage increases. Okay, with increase in temperature, avalanche breakdown voltage increases. Okay, increases. Be remember that these 3-4 key points are very important while attending the MCQ examination. Okay, avalanche diode have the positive temperature coefficient. The temperature coefficient means what? Change in resistance of the any conducting material with respect to change in temperature. With respect to change in temperature, त्याला आपण काय म्हणत असतो? टेम्परेचर कोएफिशियंट किंवा रेजिस्टन्स टेम्परेचर कोएफिशियंट. आता पॉझिटिव्ह टेम्परेचर कोएफिशियंट म्हणजे काय? की सपोज एखाद्या कंडक्टर मटेरियलचं टेम्परेचर इन्क्रीज झालं तर त्याचा रेजिस्टन्स इन्क्रीज होतो, त्याला आपण पॉझिटिव्ह टेम्परेचर कोएफिशियंट असं म्हणतो आम्ही इलेक्ट्रिकल मध्ये. पॉझिटिव्ह टेम्परेचर कोएफिशियंट म्हणजे काय? Whenever the temperature increases, resistance of the diode increases. Is nothing but what? Positive temperature coefficient. Negative temperature coefficient means what? Just opposite to that one. Whenever the temperature of the conductor increases, resistance of that particular material decreases. Means what? Just opposite to each other. Okay, that is what? Negative temperature coefficient. Be remember that avalanche diode. Okay, or those diodes works with avalanche breakdown. That diodes have a positive temperature coefficient. Okay, positive temperature coefficient. Be remember that. So the differencing point between the Jenner breakdown and avalanche breakdown. Okay, this occurs at junction which being heavily doped have a narrow depletion layer. Okay, Jenner breakdown means what and avalanche breakdown means what? We will see that 2-3 differentiating point. Then we will come to know what is the difference. Okay, we remember that this occurs at junction which being yes. In case of avalanche breakdown, this occurs at junction which being lightly doped. Okay, have a wide depletion layer. Okay, depletion layer, we know that all of you have what is the significance of depletion layer. Okay, what is the significance of depletion layer? Jenner breakdown comparatively occurs to the heavily doped and narrow depletion layer. Avalanche breakdown going to occur in a lightly doped and wide depletion layer. Okay, this Jenner breakdown, in case of Jenner breakdown, voltage sets a very strong electric field across this narrow layer. म्हणजे electrical field stress 10 volt per meter हा Jenner breakdown मध्ये असतो किंवा Jenner डायोड मध्ये जी काही डिप्लेशन लेअर तयार होते तर त्या ठिकाणी व्होल्टेज स्ट्रेस किती असतो 10 वोल्ट पर मीटर. ठीक आहे, बट इन दिस केस avalanche breakdown electric field is not strong enough to produce a Jenner breakdown. Okay, avalanche breakdown is related to the least electric field stress. Least म्हणजे कमीत कमी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड स्ट्रेस असेल. ठीक आहे, in case of avalanche breakdown, here electric field is not enough strong to produce the Jenner breakdown. Okay, here in case of Jenner diode, electric field is very strong to rupture the covalent bonds, thereby generating the electron hole pairs. So even a small increase in reverse voltage is capable of producing a large number of current carriers. That is why the junction has very low resistance. This leads to a Jenner breakdown. Okay, this third point is very important. Okay, in case of Jenner breakdown or Jenner diode, electric field is very strong. electric field is very strong to rupture the covalent bond, thereby generating the electron hole pairs in a small region, in a small depletion layer. Okay, that's why it will increases the number of charged particles in result in increase in current carriers. Okay, that's why the current flowing through the Zener diode increases more comparative to avalanche diode or general diode. Okay, avalanche breakdown, it is related to the normal diode. Be remember that. Okay, so be remember that in case of Zener diode, electric field is enough strong to rupture the small depletion layer, rupture the small depletion region, and it will carries the more charged particles. You know, that's why the current flowing through the Zener diode is more. Okay, so this will leads to Zener breakdown. Okay, be remember that. Sequentially be remember that because of the high electric field stress or enough electrical field voltage, rupture of covalent bonds taking place in the diode. That's why electron hole pairs going to generate. Because of that generation of electron hole pairs, increase in reverse voltage. Okay, small increase in reverse voltage. Okay, be remember that small increase in reverse voltage. Okay, and it is capable of producing a large number of current carriers. Okay, large number of current carriers. That's why आता मला सांगा नंबर ऑफ चार्ज पार्टिकल्स जर जास्त असतील तर आपण ऑब्विसली म्हणू शकतो की ती जी काही डिप्लिशन लेअर आहे त्याचा रेजिस्टन्स हा कमी असतो. जेव्हा केव्हा रेजिस्टन्स कमी असेल तेव्हाच तर तिथं नंबर ऑफ चार्ज कॅरियर्स हे जास्त असतील. ठीक आहे, बी रिमेंबर दॅट. ओके, सो दिस विल कॉजेस द Zener breakdown. Okay, here in case of avalanche breakdown, here minority carriers collide with semiconductor atoms in depletion region, which breaks the covalent bonds and electron hole pairs are generated. Okay, newly generated charge carriers are accelerated by the electric field, which results in collision and generation of, okay, I think slide is not properly, okay, generates a avalanche of charge. Okay, generates avalanche of charge. In case of avalanche breakdown or normal diode, minority carriers collide with semiconductor atoms. Okay, in the depletion region, which breaks the covalent bond. In case of Zener diode, we have to apply a strong or enough electrical field stress to break down the covalent bond. But in case of avalanche breakdown, here minority carriers collides with each other. Minority carriers means what? Electrons from p region and holes from the n region. They will crossing the junction. While crossing the junction, they will collide with each other. Okay, they will collide with each other. That's why the semiconductor atoms in the depletion region, which breaks the covalent bonds. Okay, normal किंवा avalanche breakdown मध्ये minority carriers च्या collision मुळे ही कोव्हॅलंट बॉन्ड हा ब्रेक होतो. बट इन केस ऑफ Zener मध्ये अप्लाइड इलेक्ट्रिकल फील्ड याच्यामुळे तो कोव्हॅलंट बॉन्ड हा ब्रेक होतो. ठीक आहे, दॅट्स वाय बी रिमेंबर दॅट इन केस ऑफ Zener diode, in case of Zener breakdown, number of current carriers are more with compared to avalanche breakdown or in case of normal diode. Okay, so because of that minority carriers, electron hole pairs are generated, and these electron hole pairs are less as compared to Zener diode, because in case of normal diode मध्ये avalanche breakdown हे minority carrierच्या movement मुळे होतं, कोलिजन मुळे होतं, आणि तिथे काय होतं मग इलेक्ट्रॉन होल पेअर तयार होतात. ठीक आहे, आणि मग ते इलेक्ट्रॉन होल पेअर ह्या जंक्शन क्रॉस करायला लागतात, आणि मग ही मायनॉरिटी कॅरियर मुळे चार्ज तयार झालेले आहेत, म्हणजे ते मिनिमम असतील, म्हणून न्यूली जनरेटेड जे काही चार्ज कॅरियर्स आहेत ते काय करतील, खूप कमी प्रमाणात असतील आणि दे विल ऍक्सिलरेटेड बाय द external electrical field in order to do the avalanche breakdown, okay, be remember that these newly generated charge carriers are accelerated by the electric field which results in collision and generates the avalanche of charge. Avalanche means what? It is related to the breakdown of normal diode. Okay, be remember that these are the 2-3 differentiating point between the avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown. Okay, enough electric field is there in order to Zener diode to break down the depletion layer, and that narrow depletion layer going to break down, and there will be a generation of large number of charge carriers or large number of electron hole pairs. Because of that one, heavy amount of current will flow through the Zener diode, even though voltage applied across it will remain same. Okay, voltage applied across it remain same. Okay, but in case of normal diode, the voltage applied across the avalanche breakdown is in reverse bias. That's why in that case the voltage is not sufficient to break down the depletion layer. But because of that opposite polarity in the normal diode, the minority carriers, as I said earlier, minority carriers move to the opposite direction and tries to cross the junction. Because of that crossing of junction of minority carriers, small amount of current will flow through the normal diode. Okay, and in order to make that normal diode to conduct in a new reverse bias also, we have to apply a external electrical field, field in order to make the avalanche breakdown. Application of diode. Okay, radio demodulation, power conversion, temperature measurement, and voltage protection or voltage regulation. These are the main application of the diodes. Okay, radio demodulation, power conversion. Power conversion means what? AC to DC conversion, DC to AC conversion, and vice versa. Okay, temperature measurement means what? By using the RTD. Okay, RTD, we have to use some sensors. Those who are working with these diodes, okay, they can be used to measure the temperature. And voltage protection means what? To maintain the constant terminal voltage, okay, or to maintain the voltage profile as a constant. In that case, we have to use the diodes. Okay, be remember that. So this is not in your syllabus. Radio demodulation, it is related to the power conversion once again. Okay, so this power conversion, a rectifier circuit is there. Okay, rectifiers are constructed from the diodes. Okay, we will see that in detail. What is meant by that rectifier, what are the types of rectifier. Okay, full wave rectifier, half wave rectifier, we will see that. Okay, temperature measurement. Okay, by using this Zener diode, we can able to measure the temperature also. These are the some applications of that diode technology. Okay, voltage protection, or this is the voltage stabilizer IC, we can say that. Okay, voltage stabilizer IC, that's are frequently used to conduct the damaging high voltage away from the sensitive electronics, away from. So in next lecture, we will see that application of the diode, that is what power conversion. Okay, power conversion or conversion of AC power into the DC electrical power. Okay, since as we know that our semiconductor devices, for example, your laptop, your mobile phone, your desktop PC, or all electronic devices are going to work on the DC supply. That's why our duty is to convert that AC electrical supply into DC electrical supply. Since we are generating only the AC electrical power from the generating station, that's why in order to use that semiconductor devices, we have to, or we need to convert that AC electrical energy or AC electrical power into a DC electrical power. And that can be possible by using this diode technology, by using this rectifier circuit. Okay, we remember that rectifier is an electrical device that convert alternating current, AC current, which is periodically reverse direction, into a direct current which is only one direction. Okay, as we know that what is the definition for the AC current, what is the definition for the DC current, what is the differentiating between them, okay, and how they are different from each other from the waveforms. Okay, all of you already known this one. Okay, so be remember that next class we will see that the application of the diode, that is what the power conversion. Okay, power conversion, we will see that power conversion. Okay, so power conversion into that, we have to remember that conversion of AC electrical power into DC electrical power can be done by using this diode technology. Okay, in next class we will see that how to use this diode technology convert that AC be remember that these are the main application. Okay, power conversion. In next class we will see that power conversion, okay, by using the rectifier circuit. Okay, so today we will stop over here. Thank you.